UB2B, what it do be? Excuse my crazy hair, it's a little dry. I need some moisturizer. I just ran out. Um, but that's not what this video is about. I just want to address a few things that I feel like can help other people out there. I feel like this topic is not talked about enough, but you can find videos on this topic on YouTube, okay? And probably on some other social media platforms as well. But YouTube is the main gateway. So to get self-help or whatever you're battling, which is awesome actually. But yeah, if you ever been violated as a child or as an adult or SA or molested or whatever, then this video is for you. Even if you have not and you battle with this issue, this is about self-indulging. If you don't know what I'm talking about, self-baiting. Self-baiting. Okay? Put two and two together, please. So, if you battle with self-indulging and you have to please yourself or whatever, and you want to stop, this is a video for you, because I'm going to talk to you guys about what helped me. And it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we feel like it's good to do if you're trying to be celibate and you're like, oh, well, at least I'm not having sex with anybody else, but you're having sex with yourself. And once you do that, it can open doors you don't want to open doors to. Okay? It opens portals. It opens gateways of things that is demonic that attaches to you. Okay? It's a lustful spirit, like Jezebel spirit, that attaches to you. So, you have to ask yourself, what made me want to do this? So what made me addicted to porn or whatever the case may be? How did I get here? Okay, once you recognize that, how it was exposed to you, how you came across it. I know sometimes people don't want to reflect on the past. Some people don't want to think about that negative stuff, but if it's so involved in your life and you're trying to get rid of it, then you need to ask yourself those questions. And once you recognize what had you become interested in those demonic, ungodly things, then you can find a way to not just acknowledge it, to, I want to say embrace it, but accept it. You know what I'm trying to say? So you have to learn how to accept it to fix the issue, okay? And the way that you go about that is ask yourself, is it benefiting my life? When you bait, okay, when you bait, actually is not good for you in so many ways. First of all, it can create body odor down there for men and women, and it can create infertility issues. Okay? And plus, it can create dark entities that can attach to you. So, the way that helps me not have those urges anymore is, one, I stopped watching porn, and two, I prayed about it. Sometimes you can pray about it. Don't get me wrong. I prayed about this since I was a little girl. And my prayers for a long time, I felt like was not getting answered. I had a hard time saying no. And I didn't know how to set boundaries, okay? I'm trying not to get emotional here. But, I had a hard time setting boundaries and stuff like that. So, wow. I don't know why I'm crying. Maybe that's the little girl inside me that's still trying to grow up, because my innocence was taken away at such a young age. So, because I feel like these tears are not my own. So she's still hurting inside. But the thing is, I didn't even mean to get emotional in this video. I feel for people that I feel for people that is in the same situation as me, or that has been in the same situation as me, or that's going through the same situation as me. Don't be afraid to speak out. You know what I'm saying? If there's a little kid watching this, don't be afraid to speak out. Tell someone that you can trust, like a school counselor, a school teacher, a school principal, someone that you know can protect you, a police officer, someone, a firefighter, someone of a high authority. Don't be afraid to speak out and tell someone, because, like, if it's happening in school, I hope not. If it's happening in school, tell your parents, okay? Tell a grandparent, tell someone, a foster parent, whoever you trust, okay? Someone that you could confide in, someone that you know is not going to disrespect you, trust you, someone that you know that is going to believe you, okay? Okay, so if you're having body odors and say you're a little kid and you're having body odors, you're having bacterial infections, and that's when the body odor is off down there. Like I said, this can affect men and women. That's a sign, okay? Especially if you're a young age, that's a sign, okay? If you're feeling urges to touch yourself down there, that's a sign that you have been assaulted, okay? Some people don't remember, okay? They block it out for a coping mechanism or whatever. So that's why I'm saying things the way I'm saying them. Another thing is the way that you talk. If you say certain things that you know that you shouldn't be saying as in a flirtatious way at such a young age, and even if you're an adult, like I would flirt. I used to flirt, and that's called lust. I used to flirt to get attention from men, and sometimes when I didn't get attention, I felt some type of way. Like, I want this person to like me. I want this person to be with me. I used to think that fairy tales and all that stuff was true. Like, oh, if I'm a Prince Charming, once I do, it's going to be all great. We're going to be in love, blah, blah, blah. Just like fantasizing on things that wasn't reality. Like, this is not reality. This is not, how can I say this for anyone that's young watching this? This is not realistic, okay? Meaning that there's such thing as being honest with yourself and being self-aware, okay? So you have to be honest with yourself and say to self, like, okay, I gotta love me. I gotta love me first. And that doesn't mean touching yourself as loving you. That's not how you love yourself. Loving yourself is taking good care of yourself, taking care of your hygiene, taking showers, baths. If you're sensitive down there, then try not to use bubbles. Try to use unscented soap or whatever you can. Just be cautious, like, of how you clean yourself. Like, you know, another sign of a child that's being assaulted, is bedwetting. Bedwetting is another sign. If you know a child that's, like, above the age of 3 that is bedwetting, that is a major sign that something's going on. Unless they have a disability, that's understandable. They can't control their bowels, obviously. Some kids that are disabled can, okay? but some can't. But if you know a child that is bedwetting and they're above a certain age range and you feel like they shouldn't be bedwetting at that age, there is a huge possibility that they're being assaulted or verbally abused or mentally or physically abused, okay, or SA abused. Another sign is behavior, okay? If you know a child that's acting out in anger, frustration, doesn't want to talk, when they do talk, it's like an argument or they're not listening, they're blocking you out. That is a sign right there that something's going on at home, okay? Or outside of home or whatever, okay? The thing is, like, to prevent these things is, like, pray about it. Like I said, try your hardest to distract yourself. When you have those urges, distract yourself. Say and remind yourself, like, oh no, I'm not doing this no more. Like, have control of yourself by being in control. Okay, do you understand what I'm trying to say? So being in control of yourself is taking authority over yourself and putting your foot down. Okay, and being demanding to the want and need that are unhealthy and say, no, I'm not doing this no more because this is not serving me no type of purpose. And you pray to God and say, please, Lord, help me with these thoughts, these ungodly thoughts. Take these ungodly thoughts out of my mind. Take these ungodly urges out of my body, out of my spirit, out of my soul, out of my mind, out of my everything, whatever is hindering me from my purpose. Because the thing is, when you self-indulge in yourself and you start, whatever, baiting, you can create a world where it's just nothing but negativity coming your way. Okay, every time I did it, something bad would happen the next day. And I still did it because it was an addiction. And it affected my life, personal relationships, stuff like that. I wasn't satisfied until I did that, or like I felt like I deserved to be violated. And then when I was violated, when I was intimate with someone, I wasn't sure if they're violating me or not, so I'll get confused and then I'll get angry, start crying. So I'm at the point in my life where I'm practicing celibacy, and I want to be celibate for at least not too long because I want to have more kids. I want to be celibate until I get married, or for at least 2 years, like at least, until I get married. I don't even know if I will, but if I don't, then that's fine. It is what it is. But I don't want to be intimate with anyone that doesn't deserve me. I'm not married to, that I'm not in a relationship with. No one deserves me more than God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I explain this? Like, no one deserves to take away a part of me that doesn't deserve it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to keep taking me, and not giving me anything in return that's not benefiting me, my spirit, my soul, okay? You just want me for temporary satisfaction, and that's displeasing because I deserve better. You got to tell yourself you deserve better. And like I said, when you ever have those urges, just self-distract yourself in positive ways, like by reading a book, listening to music, dancing, exercising, cooking, baking. Did I say art? Poetry, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just anything but that. Okay? You have to save yourself. Okay? If you care about yourself, you will do this. I'm telling you right now. Once you stop all this toxic stuff, you're going to feel better and different about yourself. And especially when you, like, back to the boundaries thing, especially when you set boundaries and you start telling people no, stop self-pleasing. I was bribed a lot when I was a child to not tell and to do certain things and whatever. And all I wanted was love and acceptance after this person had passed away. All I wanted was love and acceptance, and I felt like, okay, well, I have to give and give and give and give and give and give to receive love. You know what I'm saying? But I would never do that to someone else. But you can, like, create the mentality of that person, that SAU, if you allow it. Like, so you have to really analyze the situation and say that I'm not going to carry this on to my next relationship. I'm not going to do this to my next partner. I'm not going to violate them. I'm not going to just take it from them. I'm not going to, if the person says no, they're not in the mood, no, they're not in the mood. If the person says no, that means no. No means no. No is an important word, okay? No is a powerful word. And if that person can't respect it, that means that you got to cut that person off. Like, if that person can't wait and respect that you want to wait and respect that you want to get to know them, then they obviously don't care about you. Okay? Because if they really cared about you, they will take the time to get to know you. Okay? So that's what you need to self-analyze. Take the time to separate yourself from anyone, from that person, from the world, and really meditate on the situation and ask yourself these questions. Like, does this person really care about me? If I wasn't in the mood, would they, it doesn't matter if you're married to the person or not. Like, really, like, try to, like, test this out. Like, even if you're married to someone, doesn't mean that they own you. They have to respect your boundaries. Okay? So the way that you can avoid these situations and prevent these situations from happening is, if you know someone that's a bedwetter, you set a routine. Have a conversation with them, sit down with them, talk to them, ask them questions like, has anybody touched you down there? Has anybody touched you over here? Has anybody said mean things to you? Like, what is going on? Are you okay? Like, what do you have nightmares? Like, things like that. And take them to the doctor, have them checked out. That's the big thing you could do. Take them to the doctor, have them checked out, talk to the doctor what's going on, take them to therapy, okay? If they need to take medication, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with taking medication. Like, sometimes when you take medication, it helps you become clear-minded, okay? Be careful who you let watch your kids. Don't just let don't just let anyone watch your kids, okay? Don't just leave your kids around anyone. I don't care if it's for an hour. Like, I don't care if it's for 30 minutes. You got to be careful. I don't care if it's a family member. I don't care if it's a friend, a longtime friend. There's this story about this guy that was watching this lady's kids, well, especially her daughter, and she thought she could trust him because he was a long time. Wait, I think it was a relative, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was a relative or a friend. But anyways, she thought that she could trust him because she knew this person for a long time, for many years. And he came across as a really, really good person, right? Never seen any issues with him. All of a sudden, during that whole process, this is a true story, by the way. You can look this up. I'll tell you the title of the story in a minute. All of a sudden, during the process of him, like, watching the girl, he was creating a dungeon for her. Like, he was an architect, a carpenter, something like that. He created this dungeon for her, and his home, and then he like was like gradually like she thought, okay, the little girl thought she could trust him, and she like went over to his house or something like that. She thought that he was safe. And then she got discovered somehow. I don't know how she did it, but I believe it was God. And she got discovered, and they found her. They called the girl within the wall or something like that. The girl that was in the wall. I forgot the name of the title, but it's a true story. Like they got news clips and everything. And this is very common, unfortunately. There was this other guy who SA his own daughter, and he created a dungeon in his basement, and basically kidnapped his own daughter, and his wife and her mother didn't even know she was downstairs in the basement the whole time. She thought her daughter really ran away. And, excuse me, this was in Germany actually, and she had a daughter with her father. And if anybody knows this, if you have incest with a relative, that child is going to come out with a disability. Okay, so she had a daughter, and I believe she has more children, if I'm not mistaken, with him. No, actually, yeah, I think. Oh, yeah. Then he would take the kids that work semi-normal upstairs to the house and take care of them as if he was a foster parent. He was a sick man. Okay, so she escaped the situation too. I believe her daughter is still alive, and I believe she's still alive, but they're like in what's it called? They changed their names and everything like that. I forgot the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about if you don't really know. So, yeah, so they protective custody. So they're in protective custody till this day, and the children and her siblings or whatever. So you have to be precautious. Like sometimes you can't even trust your own spouse. Okay, why is that? Sometimes people go through things. Sometimes people go through things, and not saying it's right or anything like that, but sometimes people battle things within their home and their childhood that they haven't addressed. Okay, so some people are just sick-minded. Some people carry evil spirits attached to them, and some people, they say, "Oh, I want to do that. I'm not this type of person," and comes to show they are. The devil is a liar. Okay. I'm sorry, just paying attention to my eyes. It looks like my eyes are like, look at that. See that slant right there? That's weird. Yeah, so I would just say teach your kids about boundaries. Teach yourself about boundaries, okay? You're never too old to learn about boundaries, okay? And you don't always have to say yes. You don't always have to say yes. And it's okay to be selfish for yourself, all right? I believe that once I heal 100%, I mean, I might not heal 100%, but just as long as I'm able to cope and deal, that's all that matters, okay? So, I may not ever forget the damage that has been done. And I might not have people believing to this day, but it doesn't matter because God knows the truth. You know what I'm saying? God knows the truth. And sometimes, when you don't set boundaries after you've been SA, you'll just trust anyone. You'll just walk into anyone's house. You'll just go into anyone's car. You'll just freeze and think that, not know what to do in a situation that can harm you. So that's why setting boundaries is important. Okay, you got to be precautious. Like if you want to get to know someone and you want to start dating someone, meet them at a public space, a public place. Okay, meet them at the park, at a restaurant, library. Maybe not a library because you're gonna talk, but you can. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that person come to your house. Um, Even when you get engaged, don't let that person come to your house. Take baby steps, okay? This is advice. The advice that I'm putting out there is advice that I need to take for myself too. So don't just let anyone in your house, like, just be precautious. Like, just be precautious. You can set up video cameras in your kids' room. Um, that helps a lot of people save their children from kidnapping and stuff like that. Set up video cameras, um, having conversation with their children, like I said before, talking to them, letting them know that it's safe to talk to you, that you're a safe place to come to. Like when I say safe place, safe surrounding, they have a safe place, you know. So those are the things that can help you, okay? And you might have to go to therapy for the rest of your life. And that's okay. I know that I have to go to therapy for the rest of my life. I know that I have to be on medication for the rest of my life. And that's okay because that's helping my psyche. Um, but when you bait, you're taking away from yourself, okay? You're destroying yourself. So, um, having sex before marriage is the reason why God doesn't believe in having sex before marriage is because a few things. First of all, you could become pregnant by someone that you don't want to have a kid with. That's one. Bring a kid into this world by someone you don't have a kid with. That's two for men. You know what I'm saying? You're more prone to catch diseases. Okay, that's another thing. You're more prone to get assaulted. Okay. Um, you might you might have to deal with someone's soul tie. You may have soul ties with that person, and when you break up, you can't detach from them, and then you're carrying their demons and their toxic ways with you, and then it gets passed on and passed on and passed on and passed on. Okay, so you have to, if you're a Christian, like I'm trying to become. The reason why I say trying because I want to take the steps that's necessary to become the best Christian I could be is a process, So I don't want to just say I'm a full-blown Christian when I'm not a full-blown Christian. Okay, so I got to really practice what I preach. So the reason why it's best to wait before marriage is because that you know that you could trust that person. You got to know that person. You took your time with that person. That person's patient. That person's kind. That person is trustworthy. Um, you have someone to confide in. You know that you rocking with. You rocking with that person. You got to make sure that that person's not cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things that goes on to it. Like, I'm not saying like stalk the person. I'm not saying like harass the person. I'm not saying go through the person's phone. That's part of setting boundaries. Like, just because you're with someone or married to someone doesn't mean you have to go through their phone unless you guys both agree on it for safety purposes. Some couples believe in that. Some married couples believe in that. And I completely understand, okay? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I'm just saying. And that's another thing. Like, just like check it, like, you can't stop somebody from cheating, you know what I'm saying? But you could go with your intuition. Your gut and your intuition is going to tell you someone's cheating. That's a whole nother video. But I have been cheated on. I have cheated, but the people that I cheated on me. Okay. So, but I'm just tired of that same old cycle, like the back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth. So this I've been battling with dating. I've been battling for since I was 6 years old. Okay. But once you fight those urges, you feel free. Because you can fight the urges, you're in control. You know what I'm saying? To be in control of yourself is an amazing feeling. Then you find healthy ways to, like, right now, I'm learning math. Like, I'm learning how to solve problems, and I'm learning the formulas when it comes to algebra, geometry, things like that. Fractions, whatever. Yeah, some people, like, that's easy stuff. Like, yeah, but for me, it's not. That was the only subject that I struggled with because I had anxiety. Okay, because I missed a lot of math classes when I was younger. So when I came across it, I'm like, oh my God, this is too much. This is overbearing. So yeah. So I would say learning new healthy habits. Like, right now, this is my healthy habit that I'm learning. I didn't mean for this video to be so long, but I just hope and pray, like, this video can help someone out there, and I hope and pray someone watches this video. So to overcome this battle, like, just know that you're not alone. You're not alone. And I would just say, just keep praying on it and keep practicing to not do it. Okay? Because, like, the people on the porno sites are demons. Okay? I don't care if it's OnlyFans. Demons. Okay? That's a spirit. That's an evil spirit. And it's not godly for a reason. Okay? Because that part of you is supposed to be intimate and sacred between you and your spouse. Like, no one else. Okay? No offense to people that are gay. I know that I said that I'm for the gay people. I'm not disregarding you guys, but I had wanted to be I wanted to be gay when I was younger, and I wanted to be more into girls, and I wanted to become a man, like, you know. And I said this before in my video. The reason why I wanted to become a man is so I want to be touched as a woman. So, but I didn't even know what that was, because back then it wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a thing to be a butch and a dyke back then. Now they have different terminologies. They have transgender. They have the women are called studs, femmes, you know, different terminologies now and different things. There's so many things as whatever. But that's the spirit too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just thank God that I am a woman. I'm happy that, you know, I didn't go that route. And I'd rather be with a man. So I'm just happy that, you know, whatever. But you can fight it. There's a lot of people that is battling that right now, and they realize that they made the wrong decision. Some people are, you know, still with their spouse, whatever, you know, whatever. Don't that doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're less of a person. But I'm just saying that is a spirit, a Jezebel spirit, and I forgot what else kind of spirit is called. But, you know, do you. That doesn't make you less of a person. I'm just saying that you are accepted here. You know what I'm saying? You are welcome here. God welcomes all. God said, come as you are. You know, that doesn't mean stay there. Okay? So, this is coming from a person that understands you. Okay? I understand where you're coming from. That's to the gay people out there. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be that person, because I feel like that person can become toxic. I'm not speaking for you guys. I'm speaking for myself. Okay? You don't have to change who you are if you don't want to change. But if you feel like the way that you're living is not the most healthiest way to live, and you want to get closer to God, then you need to change that part of you. Because I don't care what anybody says. In the Bible, God says that he's against gays. Like, he does not like gays. He hates gays. It says it in the Bible. I believe the book of Exodus, if I'm not mistaken, or the book of Genesis. I can't remember what book it was, but I know that it does say that because I read it myself and I was shocked. I was like, whoa. I think it's the book of Genesis because they talk about Gomorrah, something like Gomorrah, I forgot the name. Where he destroyed the city and he had it set on fire and he destroyed it because there was a lot of gay activity going on and stuff like that. So in the Bible, if it says that and he destroyed it, then what does that say about you? Not saying God doesn't love you, not saying that you don't belong here. That's not the case. I don't want you to commit any harm to yourself by me saying these things, or, if anybody else says these things. It does not mean that you're not accepted. God accepts you. God loves you. Trust me. Okay. I was once where you was. Okay. And I got out of that, thank God. It was just a phase in my life. This might be a phase. I don't care if you're with a partner and you've been with that partner for 15 years, 20 years, It doesn't mean anything. Do you feel whole? Do you feel complete? Ask yourself those questions. Like, do you feel comfortable? If you feel comfortable, complete, and whole, then do you, boo. Do you. Okay? We are not all the same, and that's okay. Okay? I'm not saying that you guys are demonic, but I'm saying that there is a spirit. That is a spirit. And it's not a godly spirit. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be real. Okay? I once had that spirit myself, and I renounced it in the name of Jesus. So let's say a prayer real quick. Oh, Heavenly Father, I pray that whomever is watching this receives the true message in this video. I pray that whatever they're going through, they overcome the battle. I pray that if they're being SA, that they get help. They find the person to help them that believes in them, that takes them out of that situation. I pray that the person that is SAing them reaps the repercussions and the consequences of their actions that's negative. I pray that they are removed out of the situation. I pray that all the children in the world, all the people in the world, women and men that's being SA, gets the situation resolved and they are no longer SA again. I pray that it gets reduced and reduced and reduced over time, and to the point that it doesn't happen anymore and it's eliminated. I pray that the great crimes get eliminated. I pray that the SA crimes get eliminated. I pray that the molestation crimes get eliminated. I pray that the baiting gets eliminated. The self-indulgence gets eliminated. I pray all that gets eliminated because it creates corruption, confusion to the mind. And I pray that there's no more confusion. I pray that there's no corruption in the mind of those who is watching this. I pray that there is some self-healing and self-love that comes upon themselves, that they that they accept into their hearts. I pray that they seek you, Lord. I pray that they come to you, Lord. I pray that they know that you are safe. I pray that they know that you love them for whom they are and you accept them from whom they are. It's okay for them to come to you as they are, and that you want them to change for the better. Okay? God wants us to reproduce and multiply. Okay? Be fruitful and multiply. When you are in a same-sex marriage, you cannot do that. Okay? Yes, there's ways to go around it, but that's just not the way it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, whoever tells you different is lying to you. Okay? So the truth hurts. I had to hear it myself. Even if someone accepts you, that doesn't mean that it's acceptable. So I went through this myself. Like, I'm not telling you something that I don't know. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be gay. I don't want to I don't want my children to be gay. I don't want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, like, I seen some things. And you got to be precautious. So God bless you all. And I thank you for taking the time to listen and watch this video.